The test claims to be specific for the presence of a new virus, something that infects people through sex, something that once you're infected, there's no cure, you're never going to get rid of it. So if you're told that you're HIV positive, it's a most terrible witch doctor's bone being pointed at you. And often the curse of being told you're HIV positive has killed in itself because people give up and die. There were indications of proteins present which were taken to be representative of HIV, and then antibodies were raised to those proteins. But it was never demonstrated that those antigens, those proteins, really did represent a new virus. There were other reasons that could explain the presence of those proteins in increased amounts in the cultures that the scientists had at the start. And that misinterpretation lies at the root of the whole problem that has persisted now for the last 25 years. Because everybody's hearts went out to that community as they were suffering and so many of them died, it's almost like the red ribbon and the belief system that went with it became an icon of compassion. So that if you were a decent person, you labelled yourself with that red ribbon, I care. And so that was also a factor that when any questions were raised about the science behind this, people said, you can't say that, you're a denialist, because it was as if you were inhuman to question a theory that had been adopted and accepted by the gay community and others. It condemned a generation to a kind of contaminated idea of sex, that sex was any kind of sex, unless it was kind of between two virgins, was going to carry a risk of picking up this deadly virus. So they're unlimited, the consequences, plus the hundreds of billions that have gone into a faulty hypothesis. A great tragedy.